Let's move into a better film. Randy's pick, The Devil's Candy, 2015. A struggling painter is possessed by dark forces after he and his young family move into their dream home in rural Texas in this creepy haunted house tale. Written and directed by Sean Byrne, who did The Loved Ones, which is a fucking, I think it's an
Yeah.
approved film from our past
Oh
review.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Um, you got some cast highlight. Well, one cast highlight. One. I didn't really find anything else with anybody else, but Ethan Embry as Jesse Hellman. You might see him in National Lampoon's Vegas Vacation, Empire Records, Can't Hardly Wait. And this one I just found out he's the kid in Dutch. Have you guys seen Dutch with Ed
Yeah,
O'Neill?
he is. I
I
just
did
watched it
not
with
know he was
Thanksgiving.
the kid in Dutch, so now I have to watch Dutch again because that movie was part of my childhood.
Oh, yeah. That's a
Sure.
great flick, man. It's funny as
Uh-huh.
hell.
Yeah.
He-
Randy, kick things
yeah,
off.
I'll kick it off. And I believe the dude that plays the killer in this is in a shit ton of movies, man.
Yeah, he
He
plays a
was in
villain in a lot of stuff.
Identity. He's going to be Paul Kent in the new Superman movie.
Yep.
Just a side note.
Yep.
So,
Well,
but yeah, I really enjoyed this again. This is my second time watching this flick. I saw it years ago when it came out. I think it was on Netflix originally. And yeah, clocks in at a beautiful hour and 20 minutes, right around there. Nice, fast paced. Doesn't fuck around. It just gets right into the story. Got us like a haunted house type scenario in the vein of like the Amityville horror. Um, and I really liked it. I thought the acting was stellar. I really liked the ending of this movie a lot. Like the last 15 minutes, this movie is just fucking insanity, and I loved it. I wish though there's just a couple of things on this rewatch that I'll say that I thought were negatives this time around. The painting is cool and everything, but there's that whole subplot with the art dealer that comes. I feel like it was going to be a bigger deal, and they didn't do much with it. And he's a
yeah.
pretty famous actor too. That guy, can't think of his name, but it just seems like that whole subplot was going to be a bigger part of this, and it just fell out for some maybe budgets or whatever. So that
They
kind of
had
left me like,
time.
what's
They
that?
certainly had they certainly had time to add it in if they
Yeah,
wanted
they
to.
could have added it in. I don't know why they didn't. And I felt that the soundtrack, although I like it, sometimes is a little overbearing. Like I don't know, the heavy metal stuff is great, but sometimes I felt like they maybe were just doing it for the sake of doing it, and it didn't really add anything to what was happening.
Oh, yeah.
And I wish there would have been more added to the spiritual thing that's happening here, this possession situation that's clearly going on. It's so up in the air that I don't really understand what they were saying. Is that entity always been there? Is it something he conjured? I wish they kind of would have gave us a little bit more about that. But that being said, like I said, the acting's great. I love the young girl that plays his daughter. She is believable. Their relationship's believable. I love, like I said, I love the fight at the end. I was on the edge of my seat. Like I said, it's my second viewing when she's in his clutches, the bad guy's clutches,
Oh yeah.
getting out because he's so freaking menacing. That dude is so creepy. It's great. And I love the ending of this. Like I said, that last 15 minutes into the final part where it reveals what's on the property, too, like how he figures it out and stuff. I just thought it was great. I love the final shot. I really like this movie a lot. I gave it an 8 out of 10. So
Nice. Who's next?
I'll
oh,
go. I'll go.
There you go. There you
oh,
go.
good.
Uh, okay. All right. Okay. Hey, hey. Well, just some things I agree with Randy. Some things I don't. So I'm just gonna hop in.
Okay.
On mine also second time viewing. Um, and I just forgot about it. I guess I think you're right. I think it was on Netflix, and it was definitely. I'm pretty sure it was a different picture to what they had on Shutter. So I just forgot about it.
Yeah.
Different picture. But as soon as I started it, as soon as I saw that guy, it all came back to me. And I also kind of regretted, or I didn't know why. As soon as I got done watching it, that I didn't go buy this movie. I really like this. So then I thought after I'm done watching this movie, I thought, okay, I'm gonna go buy this movie. Well, it's out of print. You can get
Yeah.
some used copies. You can import it. There's actually one or two copies on eBay for like $12. So I was like, forget it. I'll pick it up some other time. But yeah, I love the soundtrack. I thought it was really cool to hear somebody. It's how cool is it to hear "Am I Evil" from
Oh,
Metallica in a movie?
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Like
Yeah.
I know they're huge rock stars and whatnot, but that's got to be really cool for them. She mentions Kirk Hammett by name, talks about his guitars. Like that's got to be cool for them. I don't know if they had anything to do with this movie at all, but
Well, I read
that's
that
got to.
they got
A screening before there was soundtrack laid on it, and that's how they got the rights. Because Metallica's not in
Mm,
a lot of shit, so they
Mhm.
like just liked the movie and were like, "Yeah, cool." What is it? They got two
yeah,
songs in it. I think Master of the
yeah, that's
Puppets is
cool.
at the end.
Yeah, that Slayer. There's bunch of cool bands on it, and I think it's Slayer off of Diabolical Musica too.
I'm not sure which album and that's
I
from.
think that's what it was. Anyway, uh, yeah, so we've seen this story before, and
Mhm.
really, I, I'm starting to get annoyed with it. The possessed painter who doesn't remember painting stuff, or goes through a trance, blacks out, whatever. Like, all right, but anyway, this one it does it the best. This movie feels like there's something darker to this movie. This movie actually makes you feel evil. There's an evil presence in this movie. I thought
Yeah.
they did a way better job than any other of those painter movies or whatever. Just any artist that blacks out or whatever. Um, just a good tone to this movie. And I like how there's kind of two different stories going on between the big bald dude and then the family, which end up meeting, at the house. Great sound design, not just a good soundtrack, but the sound design, other than the music. Holy cow! Um, really adds to the tone, atmosphere. Very gets creepy. Uh,
Yeah, the way the
couple
fire sounds when he's hitting the guy with the guitar at the end.
everything like the just
Amazing.
all
Yeah.
those noises, like the
Yeah.
sound design across the board. Couple really brutal scenes when he smashes the cops, and then the ending upstairs in the house. Really cool scenes. Just an intense movie. Good cast. I like just about everything about this movie. Gave it a 7 out of 10.
nice.
Right on.
John,
All
why
right.
don't you hit it?
All right, cool. So this was also my second time viewing. I saw it when it came out, brand new and 17. It was probably on Netflix.
Mhm.
So I will watch just about anything uh Pruitt Taylor Vince, that's the guy who the bad guy from the movie. Um, soon to be Pa Kent.
Yeah.
I'll watch anything he does. He's fucking phenomenal actor. When he got the call for this to be in this movie, and he didn't want to do it because he was getting typecasted, you know. So the director wrote him a really nice letter, and he came and started, and he crushed it.
Yeah.
What an amazing actor, and Ethan Embry too.
Oh yeah.
Like that dude
Yeah.
plays pretty well. Like he's done so many movies, but
Right.
he, he's a really good actor. He surprised me like Devin Sawa surprised me. That kid wasn't just like, a teen beat heartthrob. That dude got chops. Like he can fucking act. He's really good. Um the oh, dude, when he when he crawled into bed with the girl,
Oh god.
Oh,
That's
Jesus. Yeah.
wow,
fucking creepy, man.
Yeah.
how
He
like
kept his hands to himself.
no,
So
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
But like
kudos to him.
you saw his big dome just creep up from the bottom of the frame and just
Yeah, you can even see that bed
face with
moving
her.
before he comes into frame. You knew it was
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's enough space and everything. Like it's like
him. Yeah, yeah.
right. It was locked up.
She's all the way off to the right,
Right.
so that just
Yeah.
He's on the edge of the bed so he could get on with her, and then just the camera over. But that was what a scene that was. Um, I got a thing with eyes, and the eyes in that painting were unsettling. The goat across the goat top of it,
Oh
they
Yeah,
yeah.
cool,
whew,
cool looking.
they were very realistic looking, like very, very unsettling. Um, you're right. That Belial art agent could have went somewhere like Belial's the as demon, you know?
Yeah.
Like my so here's my take on that whole scene. Was F. Murray Abraham, that's the guy, Salieri from Amadeus.
Yep.
Okay. So he's Belial. And did you notice how he kept trying to give Ethan Embry more drinks?
To keep him from getting
Like,
his daughter,
yeah, he's
basically.
like
Yeah.
tempting him and stuff, and he's
Uh-huh.
like shooing him away. So covering his glass, like, nah, dude, I'm good. Nah, dude, I'm good. It was,
The way they edited that, I almost thought that he had convinced him to drink more because his car like fucking flips out. I was like, he's drunk. He went to get her drunk.
Yeah.
nah, man, he just is
Evidently not.
like, like Belial, like, must have blew out his tire or something. Something
That's evil.
blew out his tire.
Evil did it.
Yeah. But this movie's got a lot of style, great acting, zero notes on acting. Like they were all awesome. This movie was great. Um the his just how he does the thing with his eyes, that just quick left to right. I don't know if that's like a tick or if that's just like a skill he can do.
It's something he can do. I saw an interview with him once where they were talking to him. He can actually move his left eye in a weird way. He can
Oh,
shake it and shit too. So
that's
yeah.
nuts. He's such a but even besides that, that's just like icing on the cake. He's a good actor.
Yeah.
Mm. Is I have to do that thing I don't want to do now. Oh, chills. So good.
Still didn't touch her. Still
Yeah.
didn't
Oh
touch
yeah.
her.
No, dude. How about how she untied herself? How about how she untied herself from the duct tape? She like was able. That was awesome. What a good like this. That was good. I like that.
What a good escape.
Guys,
Yeah.
that was such a good part.
If you're a fan of good escapes, watch this
You're
movie.
gonna like
And
that.
then my final part is when Ray the killer breaks in, fires that gun in all directions, and then he hits Ethan Embry in the right side. Dude, holy cow. Like that was some realistic stuff. That gasp that he let out from like
Yeah.
a bullet hit, like holy cow. That was so crazy. And then the smash with the guitar and each strum is a strike. It was awesome. I gave it a 7 out of 10. This was a good movie.
Yeah. Uh, the soundtrack is awesome. Like that's the first thing I noticed because it's got Metallica, Slayer, Pantera, uh, Cavalera, is that how you say it? Cavalera Conspiracy. Uh, the only thing and this is the only instance I've ever liked this band, that Sun, I think is what they're called, Sun O or whatever. Have you ever heard them before?
Oh yeah, they're credited with the
Yeah,
Like
they do a lot of the additional music. But if you've ever seen or heard just their albums or seen them live, that's even weirder. They are is like a drone metal band. So if you've heard doom metal and you're like, that's slow, chunky shit. Drone metal is like it's like that guitar strum that they're doing. Shong, like it's just
Yeah.
that. People go and they stand in fog, like they have fog machines. They turn it on so high that you can barely see these dudes, and they stand there in fucking cloaks and just shong. And they got those orange amps, those ones that doom metal bands play all the time, and
Yeah.
that's their fucking thing. And their fans are like so stoned, I guess, that they just. I mean, I
Dude, have
smoked
you heard
plenty
the
of
new
weed.
album?
It's almost like throat singing for guitar, but they should do movies. That's what they are meant for because it works really well in this. And I would never ever listen to them on like people will stand up for them. They'll argue with you about it. They're great. You just don't understand it. It's fucking horse shit. It's horse shit. But did anybody else think that when the cop comes, Initially the first cop, his uniform was like unusually big. Like it felt like they hired him and he's like, I just can't find a, it's either too tight or too big. I gotta pick one. I guess the too big one. But the the paintings are really cool. I looked up the who did that. It's an artist named Steven Kastner from Cleveland. Um he he did a lot of heavy metal covers, Force, that band's son, and then like Rotting Christ and like a bunch of stuff. But it looks like the paintings that you see in this movie. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2019 on Christmas Day. I'm assuming from suicide because I couldn't find many details, but it said that he had like a lot of physical problems, like health problems that led up to, you know, his suicide or whatever. But one of the coolest things about this movie is the editing. Whenever they have the he's cleaning up the crime scene or whatever, and they're merging that with him like mixing his paints. And it's like quick cuts back and forth. Um, I just there's a lot of moments like that. Uh, the killer dude actually reminded me a lot of Harvey Weinstein. Like it was like he looks like Harvey
Oh.
Weinstein. I wondered if he also had confusing genitals. I don't know if you heard that about Harvey Weinstein, but he had confusing genitals. um, I do kind of have an issue with this dude, like not getting caught constantly because he's real sloppy, he's real dumb, and he's hits people with rocks. It's not like he's a well thought out dude. He's like just a nut, and he'd be kept getting caught left and right. Um, and I don't know why Ethan Embry didn't have the jump on him at the end with that bat because he came in and was like fuddle farting around. He could have hit him with that bat like three times. Like I don't, he should have had him pinpointed and nailed him in the back of the head immediately. But whatever. The ending was satisfying, but I don't think that Ethan Embry or his daughter would have made it out of there. Like the place was on fire and then it blew up. Like they would have been fucked up. They would have been gone. And if it wasn't that, the fucking smoke, the smoke would have took him down. Like that was a lot of fire, man.
Just the heat alone, like that place was
Yeah.
engulfed.
Yeah, she was standing on
Engulfed
a bed that
by
was surrounded by fire that was at least 3 to 4 feet high. And just not even like, damn, god damn, motherfucker.
right, right.
But this is a good movie, full of like full attention. Great performances across the board. There's some sort of devil magic here, but it's not really defined, and I don't really need it to be. I would have been bummed, honestly, if at the end they were like, and here's the literal devil. And like a dude come out, and he's like,
You're
but
thinking this.
but yeah, I don't need that because they made it so fucking evil all the way through that I was like, yeah, it's just evil. And they even have that clip that cuts in. It's like a preacher or something saying that the devil isn't what you think he is. He's really, uses us as a vessel or whatever. Good shit. I give it a 7 out of 10 too. So
Right.
yeah, does that make it a? Did we all give it sevens? Is that where
I
we're at?
gave it an 8.
Hey,
Yeah.
everybody else sevens. Not quite approved, but recommended. Uh, I got a 1 star review here.
Oh, I've
Uh,
seen some of these.
I
did
already
the
hate this
Hall
person.
Yeah.
did the Hallmark Channel make this movie? Beyond
What?
beyond corny, the ending was so bad I don't know how I didn't vomit. One of the worst movies I have ever seen. I will be spending decades in therapy trying to figure out why I watched this terrible thing. How do I get my 1 hour and 19 minutes back? By the way, excellent fucking runtime for a movie. You can't get any cleaner than that. They could have even added, like you said, added that shit in about the
Yeah, we should have
end.
added a point for that. I'm giving
Yeah.
it an 8. It's an 8.
It's approved now. Uh, um, whoever is responsible for this piece of crap deserves a special place in hell. Only problem is that Satan would be too disgusted by this flop that he would throw you out. I love metal music, but the way it's used in this movie is very contrived and distracting. This movie is fantastic as a what not to do model for film students. Whoever made this, I sincerely hate you for taking a potentially good idea and churning out this steaming pile of maggot infested dog crap. Either make a horror movie or a Lifetime original. Please make up your mind. Thankfully, the bottle of wine I just drank was far better than this sorry excuse of a horror movie.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
You know,
rough.
when you first when the very first line you said in my head, I thought that we were talking about Deadly Blessing again because I could kind of see that the hallmark. I was like, wait a minute,
Yeah, that was
this
definitely more of
movie
a Hallmark.
he
Yeah,
gets
An Amish Christmas.
the
Yeah.
movie
look
that
at
I
this, a
said has
fucking
an
dad caring
evil
about
feeling.
his daughter. Look at this shit. Look at this fucking asshole giving a fuck about his daughter.
Yeah, the family lives. The
How
whole
dare
family
you?
lives.
Oh, are you kidding
Hallmark.
me? Are you kidding me?
I
Fucking
liked
put,
I liked that he was like, and I like metal music. When you say that, you know,
how
I
was
lose
it
all
used
respect.
in a contrived
I
manner?
like metal
Because
music.
the only time you really heard it was when they were in the car.
Yeah. Oh, I
So
know.
it was
Oh,
basically
I love
in.
those. I love that first car scene with them.
I
Oh
And
was
yeah,
talking
mom's
more
like
about
trying not to be into it, but
I, I
they're
wasn't talking about the songs per se. I want Frank, once you explained the meow meow,
yeah.
I thought that got a little bit too much for me, just as
Well,
me.
don't go
But
to a fucking Sun O or Sun, however you say it. I don't even know how you say their name. It's
you
just
got it. I will not go.
no problem.
Yeah.